Take every photo you have taken over the past year, every document you have written, every video you have downloaded. Now imagine all of that stored within an area, roughly the size of a dot from a ballpoint pen. That is approximately how densely a hard drive packs information. But the more interesting question is not how much it stores. It is how. Because a hard drive is not storing files the way you might imagine, not as tiny visible pictures or text floating inside the machine. It is converting everything you save into something physical, something magnetic, something that stays written onto a spinning piece of metal, even when the power is completely off. The real reason a hard drive can remember your files is one of the more quietly astonishing things happening inside an ordinary computer. Let's get into it right here on Secrets of Simple Things. A physical memory machine. At its core, a hard drive is not digital memory the way most people imagine it. It is a physical memory machine. Inside the thin metal casing is a spinning disk coated with a magnetic layer, a mechanical arm that flies above that disk without ever touching it, and a read/write head smaller than a grain of pollen that encodes and decodes information through magnetism. The faint whir of the disk spinning, the slight weight of something precise and mechanical inside what looks like a simple rectangular box. Nothing inside a hard drive is approximate. Every measurement is at the scale of atoms. And the remarkable thing is that this physical machine can hold your memories, your work, your documents, and keep them safe even when the electricity is gone. From a refrigerator to a palm. It did not start small. The first commercial hard disk drive was built by IBM in 1956. It was called the IBM 350, and it was the size of two refrigerators placed side by side. It weighed over a ton. It stored approximately 3.75 megabytes of data, less than a single low-quality photograph by today's standards. The 50 platters inside were each 24 inches across. When a company ordered one, IBM hired an aircraft to deliver it. The machine rented for around $3,000 per month, at a time when that figure could have paid a family's rent for a year. But the principle it was built around, a spinning magnetic surface that a moving head could read and write to, was sound enough that engineers spent the next 7 decades refining it without changing the core idea. Through the 1960s and 1970s, the platters shrank and storage capacity grew. IBM and other manufacturers competed to make the read/write heads more precise and the magnetic coatings thinner and denser. By the time personal computers became widespread in the 1980s and early 1990s, hard drives had reduced to roughly the size of a paperback book, fitting on a desk rather than requiring a dedicated room. By the 2000s, they had settled into the slim rectangular devices most people recognize today. The manufacturing challenge grew with every generation. A platter spinning at 7,200 revolutions per minute creates a consistent cushion of air above its surface. Engineers learned that this airflow could float the read/write head just above the disk, not resting on it, but flying. Getting that gap right consistently across the full disk surface while reading and writing millions of times without error was an engineering achievement that took decades to perfect and is still considered remarkable today. A spinning magnetic surface, a head that reads and writes. Everything else was refinement. The same idea that required a refrigerator-sized machine to store 3.75 megabytes in 1956 now fits in the palm of your hand and holds 1,000,000 times more data. Not because the principle changed, because the precision of how it was built kept improving, decade after decade, without stopping. How files become magnetic memory. So how does a photo actually become something written on metal? The disk itself is the starting point. Inside a hard drive are one or more round metal platters coated with an extremely thin magnetic layer. The platters spin continuously while the drive is in use at around 7,200 revolutions per minute, 120 full rotations every second. The airflow from a disk spinning at that speed is enough to lift the read/write arm off the surface. The read/write head does not touch the disk. It floats above it on a cushion of air, hovering approximately 15 nanometers above the surface. A human hair is roughly 70,000 nanometers wide. The gap between the head and the disk is about 100 atoms. A single speck of dust can be several thousand nanometers wide, large enough to cause catastrophic damage if it landed on the spinning surface. Hard drives are sealed airtight for this reason. Writing works like this. The write head generates a tiny focused magnetic field. As it passes over the spinning disk, it forces a microscopic region of the magnetic coating to align in one direction, up or down. That alignment is a single bit of data. One direction is a 1, the other is a 0. A photo, a document, a video. All of it is billions of these tiny directional decisions, written at a speed that feels instant. Reading works in the same way but in reverse. The read head detects changes in the magnetic pattern as the disk spins. A shift in direction is a 1. No shift is a 0. Those billions of values are sent to the computer, which reassembles them into the file you opened. The whole system operates in continuous motion, the arms sweeping across while the disk spins beneath, so the head can reach any location within a fraction of a second. The magnetic alignment stays in place even when the power is off. The disk does not need electricity to hold its memory. The magnetism does that on its own. That is how the drive remembers. Files are not what they seem. The most common assumption about how files are stored is that they sit inside the drive the way objects sit inside a drawer, a document in one place, a photo in another, each file a labeled thing waiting to be found. That is not how it works. When a file is saved, it is broken into fragments and written wherever space is available at that moment. The fragments of a single document might be scattered across dozens of different sections of the disk. The computer keeps a separate index that maps where each fragment is and in what order they need to reassemble. When you open a file, the drive locates those fragments using the index, reads them as the disk spins, and hands the reassembled data to the computer. When you delete a file, you are not erasing the magnetic patterns. You are deleting the entry in the index. The magnetic traces remain physically written on the disk until something new is written over them. This is why deleted files can sometimes be recovered. The data is still there, the map just no longer points to it. This means that what you experience as a single smooth file is actually a scattered collection of magnetic fragments assembled in real time by a mechanical arm flying above a spinning disk at a gap of 100 atoms. The seamlessness of it is part of what makes the machine so remarkable. Where the data actually lives. Today you will find hard drives inside desktop computers, external storage devices, and the enormous server halls that keep the internet running. The data centers behind streaming platforms, cloud storage services, banking systems, and hospital records are filled with racks of spinning hard drives, exabytes of data, billions of gigabytes, managed by machines whose core technology was invented in the 1950s. The same spinning platters and flying heads scaled up to store the world's information. Solid-state drives have replaced hard drives in many laptops and phones. They use flash memory rather than a spinning disk, making them faster and more resistant to physical shock. But hard drives remain the preferred choice wherever large amounts of data need to be stored affordably over a long time. They cost less per gigabyte to manufacture, and they have proven reliable enough to trust with decades of records. Hard drives have also proven more reliable than their mechanical origins might suggest. Modern drives are designed for years of continuous operation in data centers that never power down. A modern hard drive can hold several terabytes for the price of a meal. The equivalent capacity in 1980 would have cost hundreds of thousands of dollars and filled a large room. The underlying principle: spin a magnetic surface, fly a head above it, read and write with magnetism, has not fundamentally changed since the machine that arrived by aircraft in 1956. The precision has improved by a factor of millions. The idea has stayed exactly the same. Tiny magnetic traces. So how does a hard drive remember? By being something most people would not expect from a digital device. A physical machine. a spinning disk coated in a magnetic layer, a mechanical arm flying above it at a distance of 100 atoms, a read/write head encoding billions of tiny magnetic decisions, all of it sealed inside a metal box to keep out a single speck of dust. Your photos and documents are not floating somewhere inside the computer. They are held by tiny magnetic traces, written with incredible precision onto a disk spinning thousands of times per minute. A hard drive feels like digital technology, but the memory inside it is physical, and it keeps your files simply by staying magnetized. If this changed the way you think about the device storing your files, let us know in the comments what everyday technology you want us to look at next. We might make it our next episode. Thanks for watching. History often hides in the smallest details.